Greetings, everyone. I hope by now this lockdown is sending messages to us, is making us realize how huge and brave the impending danger on our lives, the huge threat is to our lives. I want to beg you, please stay at home. There is no overemphasizing this statement and this request and this instruction. Please, everyone, stay at home. It is the only way you can guarantee your safety. It is not the government's job. It is not the doctors that are putting their lives at risk. It is not all these efforts that will eventually save us. If at the end of the day we are violating these rules and we are refusing to listen to simple guidelines on how we can stay safe, I beg you all to please stay at home. This is the only way. It is in our hands now for us to save each other, to save ourselves, to save our families, and to save each other. It is totally in our hands. And the first thing to do is to stay at home. Please let me just give you an example of how bad things are. The well-advanced countries of this world, the United States, for instance, in New York, which is one state, they needed 3,000 ventilators, and the government could only give them 400 at a time, at a point. That is the United States of America. It's supposed to be a very developed state. We all know that our nation is not as strong as the United States. Italy, they went down on their knees because they were overwhelmed by the number of cases and deaths. Can you imagine what will happen to us in Nigeria, where our resources will definitely not be up to what the United States or Italy have? It's going to be a huge, huge problem. In a way, we are lucky that it started with the bigger countries, because it's a lesson for us to know that, God forbid, we might not be able to survive what they were able to handle with all their resources and everything that they have in development and advancement. So you can imagine the impact that we would face in Nigeria. It's going to be much worse if you and I do not take this right now into our hands and make sure that we avoid, or by God's grace, we avert this huge pandemic on our heads. Please help us, let us work together. Another huge risk are these hands. These hands can either save our lives or cause contracting the disease and eventually falling into that risk of losing our lives. These hands, even at home, while we stay at home, from the way we handle doorknobs, opening the door, opening car doors, if at all we have to go out, opening car doors or opening the doors of our houses into the house, doors of toilets, handling anything that different hands can touch. That is a huge landmine of viruses waiting to explode on us. I beg you, please be careful. If you can, arrest your hands. What I mean by that is just try not to use your hands if you can. Of course, washing your hands very frequently, sanitizing them would always help, but try as much as possible to be conscious of not using your hands at all. Touching money that can pass from one hand to the other, anything that can pass from one hand to the other. Of course, by now you know that sharing eating utensils, even at home, the spoons, the cups, and anything that the saliva could touch is a no-go area. But please, I beg you, stay home. The only way to save ourselves is to stay home and to arrest our hands. I beg you, let's stay safe. Let's save our lives. This is going to go on for a while. This stay home thing is going to take us several weeks. for us to be able to survive the next several decades to come by God's grace. So let us try. It's very inconvenient, it's very unsettling, but it's a very short and small price to pay. It's a very short period if you compare that to how long we might be able to live if just we can be able to adhere to what we're being told to do right now. In this period, please, let's work on this together. We can do this. Let us fight this together by staying at home and by watching our hands. Thank you. Stay safe. God bless.
Earlier this week, I submitted a sample for the COVID-19 test. The result came in this evening, and I regret to say that it is positive. According to the protocols for managing COVID-19, I'm in self-isolation as required by the case management guidelines issued by the Nigerian Center for Disease Control. That is for someone that is showing no symptoms. I wish to appeal to the people of Kaduna State to continue to closely observe the preventive measures already announced by our government. It is most important that everyone should do their utmost to stay safe, stay home, and stay alive. The Deputy Governor is in charge of our task force on COVID-19. I will continue to issue statements from time to time. Thank you very much.
I just waved to you.
Okay, I waved to you.
Our dear people of Kaduna State, it is with a very sober tone that I would like to speak to you today about coronavirus, COVID-19. It is real. It is creeping into our homes and into our lives in many ways than we have ever imagined or expected. Please stay at home. Listen to the government and the authorities when they tell you to stay at home. Staying at home prevents the spread of this virus. If you go out to social gatherings, parties, weddings, mosques, churches, motor parks, markets, the chances of you contracting the virus and the chances of someone contracting the virus from you are very high. If you stay at home, you are safe. If I stay at home, for instance, and already am infected by the virus, then my staying at home prevents me from spreading that virus to other people. Please listen to the authorities. Please stay within the confines of your homes. And please help us listen to the health authorities regarding personal hygiene, washing our hands regularly with hand washes that have antibacterial agents in them, with soap and water, and even in the absence of soap and water, please use ashes that are gotten from cooking, from the firewoods, from the coals. Use ashes to scrub and exfoliate your hands and then wash with water. Remember, washing your hands, do not wash your hands in a container that has water in it. Wash your hands in a way that you can rinse your hands for the water to be wasted out, for the dirty water to be wasted out. It's very important. At the same time, please help us to be vigilant. Help us to report cases, suspected people that you think might have this disease. It's very important so that the authorities can immediately evacuate and treat these people. The general safety of everyone relies on each and every one of us. So please, let's unite in this very trying and vulnerable time of this pandemic of coronavirus to help each other, to survive together. Thank you very much for your time and for your attention. God bless. Please stay home, stay safe, stay healthy.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jama'a, muna godiya ga dukkanin 'yan uwa da abokan arziki waɗanda suka dinga zuwa ziyararmu daga sassa daban-daban na ƙasar nan da ma waje saboda nuna goyon baya da addu'a a cikin wannan lokaci. muna tunarwa jama'a cewa a wannan lokacin akwai annoba ta wannan cuta ta coronavirus. Jami'an lafiya a ma'aikatu daban-daban a duniya sun nuna cewa hanyar rage yaduwar wannan annoba.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Mu'az Muhammad Birniyo shine sunana. Bayan wannan abu da ya faru da mai girma gwamnan jihar Kaduna Malam Nasir Ahmad El-Rufai, dutu irin kokarin da ya dinga yi akan ita wannan annoba, ubangiji Allah ya kare mutanen jihar Kaduna bayan daukan matakai da abubuwan da ya dinga yi na kokari, sai ga shi sakamakonsa ya zo tare da wannan jarabawa, kuma mun karɓe ta matsayin jarabawa a matsayinmu na musulmai. Muna roƙon Allah ya bashi isasshiyar lafiya, waɗanda suke tattare da ita ma a faɗin ƙasar gaba ɗaya Allah ya ba su lafiya, Allah ya tsare mana musulunci da musulmai, Allah ya kare wannan annoba ya kawo da ita da gaggawa. Ubangiji Allah ya kawo ƙarshen wannan annoba. Muna yi kuma kowa fatan alkhairi. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala.